Coming up at the Copps Coliseum. And away we go in Hamilton. Messier getting it over to Howard-Chuck. Now back to Rochefort to Crossman. Ahead on right wing to Glenn Anderson, who fires it in. Patisov back to get it. That's Howard-Chuck into Porchuk, but Kasatonov clears it out to Krutov, number 9. He just tipped it to center. Back over for Patisov. Spins from Howard-Chuck, gets it to Makarov, to Larionov, centered, big save, pure, early here on that great try by the Soviets. Back is Howard-Chuck to Messier, cutting in. Messier centered, Rochefort scores! Rochefort!
Rochefort never scored a bigger goal. What a play as he came in. Watch number 5. He'll move in. He'll be the extra man in the zone. They were not ready for him.
And quite a play by Messier to set it up.
Oh, just great. There it comes again. Now everybody's tied up in front, and Rochefort's the extra man.
Stelno feeding Homatop, number 15. Homatop moving in. Shoots one up high as it hit a stick. Beckhoff in front. Homatop scores! On the rebound, Andre Homatop, number 15, ties it up. Back comes Gretzky. Gilmore back out of the penalty box. Canada carrying in. Rochefort to Gilmore. Shoots, he scores! Doug Gilmore! And Canada leads 2-1. Here's Gretzky to Coffey. Coffey shoots one. In behind Beloshakin. Reaches back and grabbed it. They pour it across the red line. And Beloshakin looks rather shaky here in the opening period. And back comes Beckhoff. Beckhoff in for the Soviets, leaving it for Semyonov. They drop it back to Kasatonov. Shoots, hit the post. Big rebound. Kasatonov stopped by Pure. Canada can't clear it. Now, two of the penalized players back on. Patisov, a shot deflected. And then poked away by Rochefort. Patisov holding it in to Semyonov. Shooting, and Pure, a stick save there. Here's Nemchinov. Back to Patisov. A drive. Back to flex wide. Beckhoff. Soviets on a power play. 35 seconds left in Messier's penalty. Beckhoff to Semyonov. He scores! No goal! Says the referee. No goal. I think a man in the crease. Gretzky to Gartner. Gartner moving right in. Gartner in front to Gretzky. Gets it to Coffey, right-handed shot. He scores! Paul Coffey! Here's Makarov, and Coffey headed him off. Speed against speed. Here's Makarov to Krutov. He moves and scores! Short-handed goal! And that's the Soviets' third in 3 games against Canada. And it ties it at 3-3. Beckhoff with Homatop now leaving it there. And Bourque cleared it, and here's Gretzky with Lemieux. 2-on-1 break. Gretzky to Lemieux. Scores!
Beloshakin thought, but he's got the 2 greatest forwards in the game today coming at him. What are you going to do? Not much you can do. Watch it go by.
Kaminsky into center ice to Homatop. Homatop moving in to Beckhoff, back and he scores! Beckhoff ties this game at 4-4.
Great backhand shot. Always the most difficult shot for a goaltender to handle because of the angle it comes off the stick.
Here's Mario Lemieux. Back to Bourque. Shot deflects. Comes to Gretzky. Gretzky to Bourque. Side of the net to Lemieux. Back to Bourque again. Over to Coffey. Coffey to Lemieux. Back to Bourque to Coffey. Shoots. Beloshakin the save. Rebound. They score! Mario Lemieux! 1:20 left in regulation time. Here's Beckhoff. Gets to center. Trying to clear it. Gretzky back checking. Got it to Gilmore. Gilmore flipped it into center ice. Here's Kamensky trying to break through. Shoots. He scores! Kamensky with a brilliant goal ties this game up with 1:04 left.
Oh, what a goal. The defense didn't play the man on this. They got backing in, and Kamensky just got between. Rush for it. I think it was Crossman in there, but this great speed, and he just got a little bit of a march. Tried to tackle him.
Game with 1:04 left in regulation time. Now Gilmore for Canada. 8 seconds left. Flipping it in. Batisov there to wind it around on the boards. And it's Krutov clearing to center. We will have sudden death overtime for the second game in a row in this final series between the Soviets and Canada. And credit a brilliant move by Valery Kamensky to tie it with 1:04 to play and send it into overtime. Coffey breaks it up over to Goulet. Goulet for Canada. Giving it to Gretzky in front to Lemieux. Rebound Gretzky. That's knocked off the puck. And Kasatonov has it for the Soviets to Makarov. Mario Lemieux for Canada. Flips it back in. Batisov there to pick it up. Now up to Larionov. Ed Manning it to Kasatonov. Soviets move in. Here's a chance. Centered. Pure. Big save. Rebound. Pure stopped that too. From Krutov, who twice just about ended this game.
Well, the defense got caught, and I think that the Soviets can be accused of getting a little too fancy on the play. Krutov had the best chance. Here we come. Kasatonov. There's the pass across the goal mouth by Larionov when he might have been able to shoot himself, and then the backhand shot with Pure down. But Pure never seems to lose track of the puck. Even down, he's looking at it, concentrating, and knocking it out of midair and putting his glove on it.
No scoring in period 1 of overtime, and we'll have to wait for a second overtime period to decide a game winner in game 2. The shots on goal in overtime, the Soviets 12, Canada 9. And it's still tied 5-5. Here's Remo Bourque. Bourque into Gretzky. Gretzky cutting in. Centers to Lemieux. Counted wide. Drops behind the net. Out to Murphy. Murphy to Gretzky. Hit the post. Rebound. They score! Mario Lemieux! Canada wins. The series is tied. Here we go. There's the first one. He didn't get wood on it at all. Murphy to Gretzky to Lemieux. And the two greatest forwards in the game wind up getting the winning goal. Murphy there. Gretzky got a good shot. Got it back. And Yahoo!